Oh, jam. What was that? Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to talk about Mage. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Scholomance Academy set review. I'm Chewie. Down there's Mike.
Hello.
And last time we did Demon Hunter, Druid, and Hunter. And now it's Mage, Paladin, Priest, I think, alphabetically?
Looks like it, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's dive into the Mage cards. First up, we've got Lab Partner, a 1 mana 1/3 with spell damage +1. Yeah.
One mana for extra spell damage. I am sold on this.
Yeah, it seems good.
Mm-hmm.
And even outside of that, 1 mana 1/3, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's less important for attack for Mage, but it's way more important for Mage to have something on the board to fight off the aggressive cards, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like Mike said, the 1 mana for spell damage +1 is not nothing. It's not insignificant at all. Plus, I like that little dude looks like a Hearthstone version of Dr. Wright from the old Nintendo SimCity games.
Huh.
I'm sure that's not what they were going for, because I'm getting some other vibe here, but I can't tell what it is. But the green hair and the glasses made me think of Dr. Wright right off the bat. But yeah, there's a spell damage thing going on in Mage, so this also helps with that.
Yes.
All right, what's next?
What's next is the cram session.
Oh, cram! No, wait.
Oh, cram. Spell costs 2, draw 1 card, but it's improved by spell damage.
Yeah, I was watching a Kibler video from the theory crafting stream earlier, and he drew 3 cards off of it, and I was like, that ain't right, man.
Whew.
Yeah, like just drawing 1 card off of it. You go turn 1, Lab Partner, turn 2, Cram Session. That's really good.
That's a good card, yeah.
So any more than that is like, whoo, okay. All right. Not really anything else to say there.
No.
All right, next up is the next ubiquitous Mage card that for a good 2 weeks you're not going to position for properly, and then you're going to swear. And it's Combustion. For 3 mana. It's an epic spell. It says deal 4 damage to a minion. Any excess damages both neighbors. So if you point this at a 2/2, it'll take 2, and the 2 cards on both sides of it will also take 2. So remember, the excess damage goes out in both directions.
Mm-hmm.
And for a good week or 2, people are going to be screwing up what to point this at. They're going to be screwing up how to position against it. It's just a thing until we all get it in our heads.
It seems like it would be too good if it kept cascading after the second hit, so it probably doesn't.
Yeah, it's just a one-shot thing. But with spell damage, this gets out of hand fast.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's almost a freaking explosive shot.
Mm-hmm.
Except the damage scales differently.
Right.
It's really weird. But so if you point it at a 1/1, the thing on both sides of it will take 3 without any spell damage shenanigans. And it's just one of those cards that we're all gonna have to get used to because it's really good.
Yeah, because thinking about how that damage scales, like, I might not want to bother trying to learn how to position for this. That might just be too much work.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't care. Just whatever.
Plus, the flavor text is quite possibly my favorite in the set. Sally is friends with 3 Silverhand recruits conveniently standing in a line. After casting this spell, how many friends does she have left? Show your work. Oh, that's good. So if she casts it at the middle one, it'll take 1. The other 2 will take 3. All right, combustion's good. Let's keep going.
Yes. Firebrand. When I saw this art, I was like, yay! Just because of how much I love the card that it's a callback to. 3/4 for 3. Great stats. Spell burst, deal 4 damage, randomly split among all enemy minions.
Yup. Flame Waker. There we go.
Yep, Flame Waker.
I was like, what was the name? Was a word that wasn't what, because people called it Flame Walker, and I wanted to hit them.
Okay, so I'm hovering over the learn more for spell burst, and it says a one-time effect after you cast a spell.
Yes.
So in Hearthstone language, does that mean after it's fully resolved?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that means, if you're casting a spell that already deals damage, it's adding even more on top of that.
Yeah, so if you so let's say your enemy has a medium-sized thing and a bunch of little things. Mm-hmm. And you play Firebrand, and then you fireball the big thing, so it's dead. So I think the way this works is that it won't take any more damage because it's already dead, and the spell burst will hit the smaller things that were around it.
Yeah, Hearthstone never assigns random damage to something that's already at 0 health.
Right. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Me too.
Plus 3 mana, 3/4, always good. All right, then we have Mozaki, Master Duelist. A 5 mana, 3/8. But after you cast a spell, gain spell damage +1.
Wow. Yeah.
Good lord. So that's going to be the Mana Cyclone turn kind of thing, right?
Yeah, basically.
We are going to go like freaking what's the name? Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
Magic Trick, whatever thing, and then damage spell with your last few bits of mana.
Probably a couple of the twin cast freeze spell in there.
And, yeah, a couple of Ray of Frost in there. Yeah.
And with an arcane missile for 10.
I'm fine with this. Okay, yeah. Seems neat, but I think it only goes in exactly that deck.
It does.
Yeah. So very niche, but it could be enough to turn that niche into a possible deck, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. All right, what's next?
So what's next is a Worm Weaver. So this is pretty cool. It's a 3/6 for 5, and its spell burst is summon 2 1/3 mana worms. And when it says mana worm, it means mana worm.
Yeah, it doesn't show a card here, so I'm guessing it is the card mana worm.
Mm-hmm.
Which means whenever you cast a spell, it'll get +1 attack.
Yep.
Huh, okay.
I like that a lot, yeah. And since it's a 3/6, it's probably going to survive. If you have to wait a turn to cast the spell to trigger it, it has a decent chance of surviving with 6 health.
That's neat. I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yes. Brain Freeze. This is the first Mage Rogue multi-class card, which says freeze a minion for 1 mana, but combo also deal 3 damage to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's neat for Mage to have access to something with a combo effect,
Yeah.
Basically for Mage, it's just another, hey, I like playing spells card. You should play some spells.
Oh, totally,
like, okay,
yeah. It's another thing you can get off of Magic Trick, too.
Oh, dude, yeah, you can get Magic Trick. And Magic Trick sets up the combo. Awesome.
Yeah. So pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
What?
Next card.
Oh. Devolving Missiles. I really like this card. This is a dual class Mage and Shaman card. It's an epic for 1 mana. Shoot 3 missiles at random enemy minions that transform them into ones that cost 1 less.
Yeah. So, and if one of them gets hit by more than 1 missile, they will devolve twice.
Cool.
So if your opponent has 1 minion out and you cast Devolving Missiles, it's going to drop by 3 mana cost. Yeah. Could potentially get taunts out of your way. Could potentially put taunts in your way.
Yes.
It's good against spell burst minions that haven't gone off. It's good against death rattle minions.
Yes.
Because it doesn't deal damage, it just devolves.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and it only costs 1, so it's not like it's a big ask.
Yeah, so you don't feel super bad if it only kind of helps or doesn't really help.
Exactly. And it's another thing you can get off of Magic Trick.
Yes.
Also, it's another thing that could come out of Puzzle Box that I'm actually looking forward to seeing.
You're right.
Because that's going to be hilarious. Alright, then we have Primordial Studies. For 1 mana, discover a spell damage minion. Your next one costs 1 less. And it's a Mage Shaman card.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So if you're lucky, you could get 0 mana spell damage dude.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds crazy.
You could discover Malagos. Yes.
You could.
And he'll only cost 8.
It only costs 8. Oh my god. Alright, next.
Oh, Wand Thief. Another dual class for Mage and Rogue. A 1/2 for 1 combo. Discover a Mage spell. Man, these Mage cards just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, they do.
I love all of these.
Yeah, this one is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this one having combo is actually much more important, I think, because it's a 1-drop, which you want to just throw down on turn 1. But
Yeah.
probably don't do that.
Yeah, tempo Wand Thief is usually not the right play.
Usually. Rare occasions, yes. Most of the time, no.
No.
Plus, the flavor text is also awesome.
What are you buying?
God, I want to play Resident Evil 4. Alright, then we have Trick Totem. Look at this trick-ass totem. It's a 2-mana 0/3. Obviously, it's a Mage Shaman card. And at the end of your... What? At the end of your turn, cast a random spell that costs 3 or less.
Yeah.
What?
Could be anything.
I missed this card.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, that's funny. It's like a little puzzle box at the end of your turn. Like a little baby puzzle box.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I bet they used Trick Totem wood to make puzzle box.
They might have.
But wow, you could get devolving missiles, or you could Hand of a Doll one of your opponent's creatures. Huh. Alright. Moving on.
Potion of Illusion, another dual class Mage Rogue. This is another, made me go, because it made me remember so many other cards that made me go, Add For 4 mana, add 1/1 copies of your minions to your hand. They cost 1.
Yep, this is totally another, like, okay, I don't want to say combo card meaning the mechanic. Combo card meaning get 4 copies of Sorcerer's Apprentice and try to infinite combo off with Archmage Antonidas.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they go to your hand, I think, is better.
It is, but still.
But still, yeah, correct.
It just has unfavorable connotations for me.
Yeah. But it could also be good for Death Rattle minions if you're not looking to do something that is dirty.
Yeah, and Mage, those are kind of few and far between, but...
Or spell damage minions.
Spell damage minions, yes.
You could get Malagos.
You could.
And it only costs 1.
You could get another Firebrand. That's good, too.
That's good, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right. Next is Jandis Barov. Jandis, not Jandis. Don't say it that way. She doesn't appreciate it. All right. A 5-mana 2/1. What? Battlecry. Oh, this one. Summon 2 random 5-cost minions. Secretly pick one that dies when it takes damage.
Yeah. So basically you're saying one is real, one is an illusion.
Yeah. And...
pick the one with less health.
I was going to say, you can totally try to game your opponent by... they'll assume that the one with less health, so you pick the one with more health, but then your opponent might assume that you're gaming them and poke the one with more health, so that one dies, and you go, damn it, but you expected that. So you really double tricked them, and you tricked the one with the least health. Oh, God, my head. But you get 10 mana worth of things and a 2/1 for 5 mana.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, you'll get the beast one that has stealth and... no, it doesn't have rush. Never mind. You give it rush with the other card.
But still.
But still, you might get the druid one that has stealth, and when it attacks, draw 2 cards, which is sick.
Mm-hmm.
Or any other, random 5-drops.
Hey, Faceless Jerkface costs 5. He has rush.
Hey, he does.
Yeah.
All right, what's the last one, Mike?
The last one.
Oh, she's also a Mage Rogue card, which I completely missed.
Yes, Jandis is double classed. Yes. And the last card, Ras Frost Whisper, is also dual class as Mage Shaman. A 5-mana 3/6. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies, which is improved by spell damage.
Yeah, this is like one of the payoff cards for spell damage, right?
That's great. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, all enemies, not just all enemy minions. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, this hits face. So that's that seems neat. Yeah, I like it. So what did we get? We got a bunch of spell damage stuff.
Bunch of spell damage stuff. That'll be fun.
And I think Cram Session and Primordial Studies and Ras Frost Whisper actually are the payoff, right?
Yeah.
Like, drawing just one extra card with Cram Session makes it amazing. And Frost Whisper, like, even just with 1 spell damage, he just consecrates your opponent at the end of your turn.
Dude, everything is meaningful.
Wow. It got more, like, Highlander Mage cards with Firebrand. And maybe even Trick Totem, honestly.
Yeah, and the Wand Thief.
and the Wand Thief, and Combustion is just a damn good card.
Yes.
And Brain Freeze might also just be a damn good card.
Mm-hmm.
So it got some stuff to play with. I don't think it's quite as solid as like Hunter when it comes to just, wow, this is all just borderline baseline good. This is all baseline all right. Like if the spell damage mage thing doesn't happen, then a bunch of this is crap and useless though.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say that. If the spell mage thing as a theme doesn't happen, that just means you're not playing Cram Session or Rast. There's still a bunch of good cards in here.
But Cram Session is so good that it being crap and useless really hurts. But I'm perfectly happy with a turn 4 Firebrand into Brain Freeze, personally. Like, that just feels amazing.
Yeah. That'll solve a lot of problems.
It will. Huh.
That'll even solve some turn 6 problems.
That's also true. Alright, so Paladin?
Paladin.
Alright. How about a card that we're gonna grow to hate?
Yeah. I agree.
First Day of School. A 0-cost card that adds 2 random 1-cost minions to your hand. Now remember, it's random, so they could be from any class, but it still gets you 2 1-drops that you can then play if you play this on turn 1. You can pick the best one and play it.
Yep.
And more options is more better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think outside of turn 1, though, this card is only okay.
Yeah, only okay. You got to get lucky to get something meaningful after that point.
Yeah. But even so, like on turn 2, you could draw it and go, huh, and then play both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is, again, obviously, it's one of those cards that's way better early in the game than late.
Mm-hmm.
But I predict that every Paladin is going to turn 1 first day of school, and I'm going to, oh my god, could you not have it once? But again, that's how our luck works, right, Mike?
Right.
All right, next.
All right. The Shield of Honor. So here's a dual class Paladin Warrior card. For just 1 mana, give a damaged minion +3 attack and Divine Shield.
This is another one that's going to be one of those that makes you either punch the air or punch yourself when you get it off a puzzle box.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, not that one. What are you? God! Yep. Because Divine Shield is really, really strong, just in general.
Oh, yeah.
What were you about to say, my bad?
I really love the flavor text here, too. Sir, the shield would have been more helpful last turn.
Lord. Then you wouldn't have the +3 attack. Shut up. So, yeah. But, again, this is just more Paladin buff tempoed stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
The cheapness of the effect is because you have to go through the hurdle of being damaged and surviving first.
Yep.
Which is harder for Paladin's tiny minions.
Very true. But it's also really good for, like, reapplying the Divine Shield to your thing that comes with the Libram. The big 8/8 with Taunt and E-Shield.
Right.
I just like reapplying Divine Shields to things, because it makes your opponent want to thud their head through a brick wall. It's got a shield again. There's one of those that's just in here. We'll get to that later.
Yep.
All right, then we have the Wave of Apathy. What a great name. For 1 mana, it sets the attack of all enemy minions to 1 until your next turn. And this is a Paladin Priest dual class card. So that's really good if you're planning on, trading with your minions.
That's a really serious effect, yeah.
Especially for 1 mana, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only till your next turn, so it's not like it's horribly undercosted.
Right.
It's not permanent. But yeah, I like this card. I don't know where it fits into any Paladin decks, but like the fact that it exists is neat for random stuff.
It makes it easier to tear down 1 or 2 big taunts without wrecking your entire board.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next.
Next is the Argent Braggart. I almost didn't say that right. Argent Braggart. This is weird. It's a 1/1 for 2, but it has a battle cry: gain attack and health to match the highest in the battlefield.
Yeah, it's got it's really nice catch up potential when you're behind.
Mm-hmm.
Because all right, I've got a dude that's as big as yours, plus I've got mana left over. But it's also really good when you're ahead.
Yes.
All right, I've got a bigger dude than you. Oh, now I have 2. Ha ha ha. So, yeah, The problem is you might end up holding it for too long until you should have played it already.
Yeah.
But
when you get past that point, it's not as much of a problem as, okay, now this is terrible and you're going to lose. But it's more of like, wow, this could have been so much better and now it's just okay.
Yeah. Plus, remember, a 2-mana 3/3 is perfectly awesome.
Yep. Still solid.
Yeah. It's all right. Next is another Warrior Paladin card, the Ceremonial Maul. Those 2 words don't go together in my head. A 3-mana 2/2 weapon, but it has Spell Burst. And the Spell Burst is summon a student with taunt and stats equal to the spell's cost. So it's an honor student with taunt. So if you Ceremonial Maul and then you play a 4-drop spell next turn, then you get a 4/4 with taunt. Yeah.
And since Spell Burst is after you cast a spell, you could like brawl and get a 5/5 with taunt after the brawl is over.
Holy crap, that's good.
Yeah, I like that. I look forward to doing that.
Wow, that's... But in Paladin...
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, sorry, Paladin.
Oh my god. I wonder if it's this... When it comes to spell's cost, I wonder if what you paid for the spell or if it's what the spell says. It's probably what you paid for it.
Probably. I feel like that's the way Hearthstone counts stuff.
Like, I'm just thinking of the big Libram.
The big Libram, uh-huh.
And if you've like played both of your force, the Truth Seekers that make it cost 2 less, then that's going to be... But then you get the 8/8 with Taunt and Divine Shield plus the whatever with Taunt to go with it.
Right.
So... And it's a spell burst, so it's not like it's lose 1 durability or something. It's still a 2/2 weapon, which, isn't great, but still pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes with a free minion. Okay. Next.
All right, so next is another dual class Paladin Priest card. The Gift of Luminance. Cost 3, give a minion Divine Shield, then summon a 1/1 copy of it. And of course, since the copy gets summoned after you give the minion Divine Shield, the copy will also have Divine Shield.
Yep. And what's Paladin do better than almost every class? Go wide.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. Seems good.
Yep, seems good.
Doesn't
Great for
copy.
just going wide. Great for a nice death rattle thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a 1/1, so there are some death rattle cards in Paladin. Excuse me.
Yep. One of my favorites is the 3/2 dragon that puts more dragons in your hand.
That is the first thing I thought of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, because I haven't actually played that card in forever, but. All right, then we have the Goody Two Shields. Really? Which is a 3-mana 4/2 with Divine Shield, and Spell Burst is gain Divine Shield.
Was this what you were talking about when you were reapplying Divine Shield?
Yeah, so you can play this, and if they pop the shield but don't kill it, then your next spell gives it a Divine Shield. But best case scenario is you play this, and they don't do anything to it. Next turn, you trade it into something, give it another shield. Which sounds really good.
It is really good.
Because a 3-mana thing with 4 attack that doesn't just die, that's kind of brutal. So, yeah. Good card.
Good card.
Oh, God, great card.
You talking about the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lord Barov is a dual-class Paladin Warrior card. A legendary 3/2 for 3. Battle Cry, set the health of all other minions to 1. Death Rattle, deal 1 damage to all minions.
All minions.
All minions.
It's, So it's an equality.
Mm-hmm.
Which might I remind you got nerfed to cost how much now?
I don't even remember. I haven't played it in a while.
I think it's 4.
4? Yeah.
But you get that for 3 with a 3/2. Which sounds totally fair. But then the Death Rattle just kills all the things. What? This card is ridiculous. Oh, here's the thing you can give Divine Shield and copy. Hey.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this is a card that is going to end up being one of those craft this cards, right?
It just might. Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine it not. Unless Warrior, which I don't see happening because Warrior has things like the risky whatever. But unless Warrior and Paladin are both just ass, like complete ass, I think this is a card you'll want to craft. Huh. Ow. Alright, next up.
I mean, if Paladin and Warrior are terrible, I would think that these would be one of the few cards that could prop them up.
Exactly. Alright, so next up we have High Abbess Allura. It was a 4-mana 3/6 with a spell burst, cast a spell from your deck. And then it says targets this if possible. So, hey, do you have buffs in your deck? Nailed it. Buffs are good. AoEs are good. Consecration. Just cast a Consecration. It's fine. Librams. Librams are good. Like Hand of Adal is a 4-mana 5/7 5/8. I told you I can't add the same number to two numbers. A 4-mana 5/8 draw card.
Yep.
like, you'll have to build your deck without some of the things that could potentially screw you.
Yeah.
But those are mostly
Yeah, if you're like,
cards.
Hayabusa Allura, cast a spell. Hammer Allura, draw a card. You're like, whoops.
Hey, then it's a 4-mana 3/3 draw a card. Hey! That's not bad. So yeah, but it's a Paladin Priest card, so we'll get back to her in Priest in a minute, but again, if you build your deck properly, she's all upside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this card. Hey girl, hey. All right, Mike, you have authority here. What's next?
All right. The Blessing of Authority. Costs 5. Give a minion +8/+8. It can't attack heroes this turn.
+8/+8 is a lot of lot.
Yes.
And it can't attack heroes this turn. Like, that's a drawback?
It's a very important balancing factor.
Oh, it's very important for that. But it also means you can play this on something, even on a 1/1, and now you have 9/9. You can kill damn near anything your opponent has with that.
Yeah, I mean, for 7 mana, you get a 9/9 Silverhand Recruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ideally, you'll play it on something that's already out so you can trade with it, which is even better. Like, it's ridiculous. Plus, it gives whatever you've done, it gives it soft taunt, because your opponent has to kill it, right?
Yeah, they can't just leave it sitting there.
It's gonna hit them for 8+ whatever next turn in the face. just casually have a 14/14 here. What? Buh.
Yeah.
All right, next is Devout Pupil, another Paladin Priest card. A 6-mana 4/5 with Divine Shield and Taunt, and it costs 1 less for each spell you've cast on friendly characters this game. Holy crap. So this just goes in the Pure Paladin Libram decks, right? Because it's going to be cheap as hell.
Yeah. This one's going to make me mad.
Wow.
It's not going to be as hard to get down to 0, 1, or 2 as you might think.
Especially not if you've got... if you manage to find any of your Libram of the first one. The +1/+1 Libram, whose name has completely fallen out of my brain. There's Hope, there's Justice, and there's that one. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, it's a discounted crap. What's the 4/5 of Divine Shield and Taunt, Mike?
The Minotaur.
Yeah,
person.
I can't.
Sun something, whatever, something. Oh, come on.
Sunwalker?
Yeah, Sunwalker.
Is that it? Yeah. Whatever. Good card, yes. If you're playing buffs at all. Which, in Paladin and Priest, you are. Like, we'll get to Priest in a minute, but it's buff Priest. Come on now.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Next is the Judicious Junior. A 6-mana 4/9 with Lifesteal.
Like, so, what?
Costly. 6 mana is a lot. 9 health, and then 4 power with Lifesteal. I have to yell each time I mention another one of this card's stats, because that's the kind of card it is.
Yeah, the stats are kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is she doesn't do anything. So
right, doesn't have any immediate impact.
Yeah, I'm afraid that she's going to be relegated to Arena.
We'll see.
just as an arena card, but because it's
I think you're getting so much that she's a serious card.
could be. I mean, the 9 ass. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a whole lot. What you gonna do with all that junk?
Kind of gain 4 life multiple times.
Multiple times. All right. Next up is Commencement, a warrior paladin card for 7 mana. Summon a minion from your deck, give it Taunt and Divine Shield. I love that this is a weird like cross between a warrior card that has existed before and a paladin card.
Yep.
But I mean that's it. Get a minion from your deck, Taunt and Divine Shield, boom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a big... This would be awesome to hit the Judicious Junior.
Yes.
But that's some pipe dreaming right there. I don't actually know... if there's a deck. Like, I've played Big Paladin in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And there have been big warrior decks in the past, but...
Yeah. I played a stupid big warrior deck for a little while.
I don't think those are a thing right this minute. So this might be something to play with in Wild, or something for the future when they do cards like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
neat,
maybe
though.
this one will shine sometime next year.
Possibly. But as for now, it's just one of those neat cards. Like, oh, neat.
Yeah, it is.
All right, last card, Mike.
Last card is Terralion the Tenured.
The Tenured, what the hell?
An 8 mana 3/12. I feel like I have to yell about this card's stats again. It has Rush, and whenever this attacks a minion, set the defender's attack and health to 3.
Wow.
So don't swing at their 1/1 with this. Don't do that. Swing at the other thing.
Yeah. Swing at the 4/9.
There you go.
That's really cool.
It is.
Excuse me. Let's give it Wind Fury. Somehow. So yeah, it's guaranteed to kill whatever that doesn't have Divine Shield that it runs into, and you're left with a 3/9. Which kill a thing have a 3/9 on the board? Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Here's your card to commencement into.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so Paladin got buffs.
Buffs.
A lot of Divine Shield stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some really solid legendaries.
Very.
Freaking first day of freaking school.
I know, yeah. More aggro-friendly stuff between that and the Argent Braggart and some other things.
Yeah, and the Braggart. Which, again, the Braggart works when you're ahead or behind.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can't really... Like, other than the buff Paladin that's obviously a thing here, I'm not really seeing any sort of thing, you know?
I sort of get what you're saying.
Like, usually you can pick out a few themes, but with this one it's buff Paladin and with a couple other cards in here.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right, so Priest.
Priest.
All right, so we have the Wave of Apathy again, which this is good for Priest because it has things like Shadow Word, Pain, and
Mm-hmm.
the Forbidden spell. Or is that still in Standard?
The forbid. I didn't think it was.
Okay, never ignore that then.
No, wait. No, that was in Witchwood, right?
Ah, yeah, there we go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's got things like Shadow Word Pain.
Mm-hmm.
So this feels more like. Now, I mean, obviously, buff priest, as we'll get to, is totally a thing, but this really feels more like a. All right, all of your stuff is smaller, so I can kill that with a spell.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Paladin deck, it's all your stuff is smaller, so I can trade without my guys dying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Gift of Luminance is another buff card that's gonna be. It's like an easier to use Psyche Split, because that thing costing 5 is just hard to use.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just, hey, give it D Shield and get another copy. Sick.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in Paladin this is more tempo, and I think here this is going to be more value. Although I don't know.
Yeah,
Man.
and especially because Reborn cards are still in.
Yep.
The Infiltrator is still in.
Yep. But again, this is also a thing to do when you've piled a bunch of buffs on something. Is it boom? Now have a second copy. Ha 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 ha. So.
Well, a 1/1 copy.
Oh right, it is a 1/1 copy. Yeah, maybe not.
Priest
so
has a
good
lot
at it.
more Death Rattle stuff than Paladin anyway, so Gift of Luminance does things for that. Getting another copy of something with Death Rattle is always good.
Yeah. Plus, getting another Divine Shielded copy of a thing you have with Taunt is also probably pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it can, in a pinch, give an enemy minion Divine Shield and give you a copy of it, which is a thing you could do with Psyche Split, too.
That's true.
So if you have a non-damage based way of killing something and you really want a copy, so it's another way to steal your opponent's whatever kind of the first part of the primes. They don't have a word, but you know.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah. All right, and then High Abyss Allura. Again, buff priest. You just have to be really careful not to accidentally Plague of Death your whole board.
Right.
But again, that's a deck building problem. Or an RNG problem. Hey. So, all right, let's get to... Oh, and Devout Pupil, same thing. Buff Priest. Let's just get to the damn buff card.
Yeah, that also, when you... Gosh, I can't remember the names of spells. When you cast a spell that for 1 mana it heals for 3 and you discover a spell.
Renew, yeah.
Yeah, renew. Since it says friendly characters, it counts spells you cast on yourself as well.
Holy crap, it does say friendly character.
Mm-hmm.
I completely missed that. Good lord. Alright, so our first actual new card is Raise Dead, which is a priest warlock spell. And for 0 mana, you deal 3 damage to your hero and return 2 friendly minions that died this game to your hand. So it's not... Like, the fact that it costs 0 isn't a problem, really. Because it doesn't do anything. It just puts things in your hand.
Yeah, it's pay some life, draw some cards.
Yeah. So you're bolting yourself to get 2 somethings back. which is fine.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter what the somethings are. Not really.
Yeah, but you put them in your deck on purpose and you play them on purpose, so they got to be good, right?
Exactly. So, all right. What's next, Mike?
Next is Reconyx Studies. It's just a priest card. Discover a dragon, and your next one costs one less.
That's silly.
Yep.
It's not like busted or anything, but it's just silly.
Mm-hmm.
Because discover a dragon. You know what's really good, Mike?
Dragons?
The explorers.
Yes.
You know what? One of the classes that doesn't have an explorer?
Priest.
Yeah. So I like this card. Oh god, speaking of cards I like, the Frazzled Freshman. This is the ultimate turn 1 in any buff priest.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 1 mana 1/4. That's it.
Yeah.
But if this survives the turn, and it almost certainly will, you can put anything on this, and now that thing is terrifying.
Yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Like it doesn't even matter what. Just let's see. Well, I mean the next card. You know what, Mike? Skip over the legendary. Power Word Feast.
All right.
A 2 mana spell. Give a minion +2/+2. Restore it to full health at the end of this turn. So turn 1, you get a 1/4. Next turn, you end up with a 3/6 that's going to heal itself up the first time.
Yeah.
On turn 2.
So remove whatever your opponent just played, and
Now you have a
your minion's
3/6.
still fine. Yep, you got a 3/6.
On turn 2. And then if you really want, on next turn you can Gift of Luminance it. Ha ha ha.
And even just not talking about the using on the freshman anymore, Power Word Feast is really great late in the game too.
Oh god, yeah. Power Word Feast is just a good card.
Mm-hmm.
It's truly stupid on turn 2 with the freshman, but it's the full heal at the end of the turn is silly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the big ass dragon, the 4/9 with taunt.
I keep forgetting that card exists. I guess just because I don't have any, and then my opponent plays one, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna lose, and then I lose.
And then you lose, yeah. Well, you can run your play this and run your dragon into anything basically, and then it'll just heal up next turn. At the end of the turn, just full health. Now it's not the end of every turn.
Right.
It's the end of this turn, so you get the full heal once. But it's so good. Oh. All right, so Mike, tell us about this legendary.
All right, we'll back up. So Mind Render Illusia. It's a 2 mana 1/3. The battle cry is swap hands and decks with your opponent until your next turn.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's one of those anti-combo cards that, like I said, is a thing in the set. Because this one is, all right, for 2 mana, give me your hand. I'm going to use a few of your combo pieces. But even without the combo pieces, I'm going to use your stuff, which means you don't get it. Of course, they can use your stuff. But if you're playing Mind Render Illusia, you're probably okay with that. Or you've run out of cards. Because you're playing like a buff priest or something. You've got your big dudes and all of the enchantments on them. And you're like, hey, Lucia. I have 2 cards in hand, whatever. You can have them.
That's a good point. Yeah, as a draw spell for a more aggressive priest deck.
Yeah. Like, I really like her. She's neat.
Hmm.
Because she's hand disruption, but it's symmetrical hand disruption, weirdly enough.
Hmm.
And it's only temporary hand disruption, except for the things you cast.
Right.
Yeah. It's just a new thing you can do that you haven't been able to do before. Because the last priest legendary that messed with your opponent's hand didn't. It made your hand a copy of their hand instead.
Yeah.
But this is not that. So yeah, seems good. I like it.
Mhm.
All right, we'll read the next one, Mike.
All right. The Brittle Bone Destroyer is a dual class priest and warlock card. A 3/3 for 4, and the battle cry: if your hero's health changed this turn, destroy a minion.
Now both hero powers have the ability to change hero power, change your life total, so you can heal your face. Play this. Then it's a 6 mana, get a 3/3, destroy a creature. But you know what? That doesn't sound bad.
Nope.
It's not great, but it's not bad. But there's also like lifelink and just spells.
Yep.
Now you're a priest, so you don't really have the option to equip a weapon and run into something with your face. But I like this card. I think it's probably better in Warlock, but it still fits perfectly well in Priest.
Hmm. Probably a little better in Warlock because the Warlock can also seed their deck with the Soul Shards.
Exactly, yeah.
Hmm.
Plus, there's lots of things that can hurt them just in general in Warlock. But we'll get to that later when we do Warlock.
Yeah.
All right. So then we have the Cabal Acolyte, a 4-mana 2/6 with Taunt. And the spell burst is gain control of a random enemy minion with 2 or less attack. Give me that. I would love to use this to snatch an enemy priest's convincing infiltrator.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that sounds good. But I mean, or just anything really. It's such a massive tempo swing to get a 2/6 with taunt and then do whatever it is that your spell does, and then snatch one of their things. Whew.
Yeah.
That board swing though. They said when they did the priest rework, they were working on making priest more of a board presence thing.
Hmm.
And man, this just hammers that home, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Next one, another dual class card. And I think this is really cool. I like this. Disciplinarian Gambling is a 4-mana 3/6 legendary. After you play a minion, destroy it and summon a 4/4 failed student.
Yeah. I like the way that the failed student is totally a zombie. But yeah, speaking of that board presence thing,
Yeah.
I'll play a 1-mana 1/4 freshman. Nope, it's a 4/4.
And again, Priest likes death rattle stuff still. This is another fun way to play around with Reborn, just to get marginal, a little bit of more marginal board presence.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah, gambling is good. I like this. Ooh, plus then you can play raise dead and maybe get back the thing that you just played that died.
Yeah. Turn into another failed student.
Yeah. Wow, it's like a Dark Priest Takan, but for... Or Dark Pharaoh Takan, but for priest.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Huh. All right. So next up...
And priest is one of the classes that gets lackey stuff. Because it was one of the villain classes in that set.
Yeah. Not as much, but yeah.
Not as much, but it's there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, so then we have Initiation, which is a 6-mana spell that says deal 4 damage to a minion. If that kills it, summon a new copy.
I'm on board with this.
Have we not seen... Oh, no, that put a copy in your hand.
Yeah, that put a copy in your hand. The spell that costs 5, that Holy Water, costs 5, deals 3 damage. Yeah, but just for 1 more mana, dealing another damage and putting it on the battlefield instead, that's a whole lot better.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And it's got your girl in the art casting the spell.
Wait, who is that? Is that the Mindrender? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, girl, hey! Okay, it seems a bit expensive, though, but again, it's immediate board swing, so,
For 4 damage, 6 is worth it. 4 is a more meaningful number at that cost.
Yeah. All right, and last one.
Last one, the Flesh Giant.
Buh.
Dual class priest and warlock. An 8/8 for 8, sort of, because it costs 1 less for each time your hero's health changed during your turns.
Yep, another in the giant cycle of 8/8s that are cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And again, in priests, you have lots of ways to change your health upwards during your turn.
Lots.
So, getting a near free or even completely free 8/8 just on the board seems pretty good.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So, we've got... Is that Power Word Feast and the Frazzled Freshman really push the buff priest thing, because they're both just so good in that deck.
Yeah.
Because the problem with buffs is that you have to have something on the board to buff. Duh. And the Frazzled Freshman is a 1-drop that's probably gonna survive till next turn.
Yeah.
And the Devout Pupil and the High Abyss and the Gift of Luminance all go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Raise Dead gets you more value. Reconyx Studies is probably just going in every Highlander freaking priest deck. But there's just even more of the board control nonsense. You've got the Cabal Acolyte, the Disciplinarian, the Initiation.
Yep.
Man. Excuse me. And then Mindrender Elucia for hiccups and shenanigans. Yeah. I don't think Priest is one of the stronger classes in this expansion, but it's not bad.
If you make a copy of something with Spellburst with Gift of Luminance, will the Spellburst ability on both of them go off?
No.
No?
The first one will be the first one will go off. The new one will be summoned with Spellburst intact. Because that's how the gibberling in Druid works.
Well, the Gibberling is created as part of the first Gibberling spell burst, which has happened after the spell has already gone away. I don't understand Hearthstone timing. Still, even after all.
Hearthstone doesn't understand. It's one of those things where we'll have to see what happens and then go, oh, okay, that's how it happens.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how they decided to implement it.
Yeah. My guess, though, is that it'll summon the copy, and the first ones will go off, and the second ones will still be intact, but I could be wrong, and they might both go off. I don't know. But I'm thinking since the first one wasn't there when you cast the spell, the second one wasn't there when you cast the spell, that it won't go off.
Mm-hmm. We'll find out.
We'll find out. So, all right. Well, that's the second Scholomance Academy episode. Seems, Is there anything here that's miserable to get with Puzzle Box? Actually, no.
Raised Dead might be a downer if you were puzzle boxing out of desperation. Just depends.
That's true. Paladin. Shield of Honor is going to screw you. Blessing of Authority might screw you, but any buff can screw you, though. But I think the Shield of Honor is going to feel worse because, it casts like a rapid fire or something to ping one of your opponent's creatures, and you're like, yes, hit one of theirs, yes, and then, oh, damn it.
Right.
And back to Mage. No, these all seem no worse than anything else. Like Potion of Illusion can fill up your hand with nonsense so that you can't get better cards, but
yeah,
that's the case with every puzzle box spell that puts things in your hand. So, all right. So we'll be back for Rogue, Shaman, and Warlock next time. So thank you all so very much for joining us, and go play some Scholomance Academy. Yep. When it comes out. Yeah.